Hey yo, what's good, guys? Welcome back to Type Shit. Schlet. Right here we got Marshe in the cut like a band-aid.
Type.
On my right we have pure, the purest form. DJ Pure Lab, one time. Welcome, ladies. And on my right, my closest right, we have the Sauce Pot. Welcome, Sauwcy.
Yes, bad bitches in the building.
Type. Thank you for pulling through, ladies.
Thank you for having
us so much.
We have a lot of ground to cover. Serious business. So
I felt the seriousness in that statement.
Serious business.
No
No,
lies.
if it don't make money, don't make sense.
Talk to me nice. Exactly.
I wanna start with you, if I may. So you beautiful.
Hit me.
You have been making music for a while now. You've been DJing for a while now.
I've been DJing for a while.
Yeah.
Started making music this year. Currently working on an album.
Type. Already on a whole album.
Yeah, listen, we're working hard, man.
Yeah,
We're
you
working
can't
hard.
stop.
Literally.
Yeah.
So I'm in Afrotech.
Crazy.
It's not piano, it's Afrotech.
There's
The first thing,
No,
There's a
this
difference,
as soon
guys.
as people
Understand.
meet me and then, oh, you're a female DJ. Oh, okay. So how is piano? And I'm like, the assumption that it's just piano is it's a terrible one. So Afrotech is a bit more. I don't think in piano it's a bit of a volume game. It's a bit of a trend game. It's like you need things to pop on social media, and there's a dance. And Afrotech is a bit of a different, direction. So trying to take my time, really learn production and all of those things. And it's
Work on
really
your
not. Yeah, it's really not as exciting as I want to make it sound.
No, but how
No,
long
it
have you
is.
been making? How long have you been DJing for?
I've been DJing, I think this is like maybe my 4th year DJing.
year.
But I've been musically trained for like many years. Yeah. So I was like classically trained for like 10 years. Yeah, I sang opera, did piano, guitar, drums. That was nice. And then the mind fuck is that like I do all of these instruments for a couple years, learn how to read and write classical music, get to making music, and there's no instruments in the studio. The studio is just a bunch of buttons and chords and computers, and I'm like,
This is new.
all of my training means jack shit. So that was really a bit of a
No, but it's different playing a guitar on a laptop and playing the guitar.
It's so
in real life.
different.
even
Don't you
a
think-
piano or a keyboard, like even production software, there's so many different like sources. There's just so much.
New skill. Like you literally have to go in, because like she was saying, she's classically trained and she learned instruments, and then go into a studio. And like you like have to go and learn from jump,
Type.
like because you look at everything and you're like, what the fuck is this? Like I don't know nothing. Like
I think
crazy.
there's always two components to any type of musical person. If you're a rapper, a singer, even a DJ, there's learning music. And then there's learning the instrument you want your music to come out of. If you're a producer, your instrument is going to be production software. If you're a rapper, it's going to be learning how to make music. If you're a DJ, it's going to be the CDJs or, whatever thing you're playing on. So it's like, okay, understanding music, that's where talent is. Learning the instruments of production software and blah, blah, blah. Yo, that's where hard
That's
work comes
work.
in. And
Yeah.
that's the part I don't want to do.
That's
So
true.
thank you for that question.
No, I feel you. But you've always been a creative.
Yeah.
So you've been writing blogs since like.
I used to,
Back then.
before, listen, so the 2000s, who might not know this, there was a time in life before Instagram. Let me tell you. There was a time in history.
time, but it was a
dark
time.
time. Some of you don't know Mix It and BBM, but it's okay.
No, I know it.
we know
the truth.
Okay, you guys were stoked. So,
That's the only thing is that the difference is that we had to like hide and use it because we were obviously
underage.
too young.
Yeah.
But we know
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Stoked. Yeah. So before Instagram, there was this very big thing where you were gonna, be a fashion blog, and fashion blog is basically like a magazine online, and that was really my thing. I was a fashion girly because music was fun, but I always knew I didn't want to be broke, so I went the fashion way because fashion is the commercial aspect of you can really make money in fashion, and I ran a fashion blog for a couple years, and then Instagram came along, and it was like, okay, now be an influencer, and it sucked out all of the art of like preparing to make an editorial and a photo shoot, and you prepare for a month and you do one, and there's this artistic idea to everyone's just showing titties and ass at the restaurants and at the fancy cars, and that's what blogging turned into influencing. And I was like, it's not for me. There's no art in this.
But I
you know?
also, I feel like there's a difference between influencers and like content creators.
Definitely, but
definitely.
that only I think came about in the last maybe
Yeah.
2016 or so.
But
Yeah.
it's crazy that you wrote blogs though.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
you've always been
Long
coming
time
through
ago,
with
you've
the
been in the
this is
game.
before they had like Wix and sites where you can drag and drop. I learned how to code.
That's
I learned how
crazy.
to code HTML so I could go
Self-taught.
Yeah, so I could go like I remember there was like I used to go to my cousin's house because he was into this, and I was like, okay, I want to put a picture and I want the font to look like this, but I don't want the font to be sans serif. I want it to be serif, which is such a small, stupid thing in a type
But
of
it's
font.
very
And it's like I'm like, okay, how do I do this? How do I do that? And yeah, we learned. And then I took IT in high school, and they were like, okay, this is nice, but please go build an app. And I'm like, this is not what I thought we were doing. Like,
But I
wanted to
feel
build
you
a
on that because I'm
magazine.
sure you can relate when you drop songs and maybe they released you probably like I wish I changed that one note.
Oh no,
like
definitely.
I wish we all perfectionists.
That's a part of being
Yeah.
a creative.
Yeah.
no,
I think.
100%.
And it's the
really-
smallest things, and like sometimes because if you're not like uploading your music yourself, and like you have maybe a label or you're publishing, and you know those people doing it for you, there's like a slight mistake, like maybe in the spelling, maybe the way that they've there's a full stop, you know, just something
in your
so
name.
small, and that's like that irks me like to the core, because I'm like, you're taking away. I put it a specific way because it was meant to be received in a
This way.
specific
Yes.
way, and by you changing that or making that mistake, it's fucking up with
You're altering
You
everything.
know, like everything. So
You mustn't mess with the creative's vision.
Don't. It's so.
Wait, how do you feel about like people who remix your songs and stuff? I've never thought about that.
like remix it. Shit, I'm flattered.
Like, I'm really that
To
good.
be honest, like I'm just like, oh my god. Like I went to there was an event. My boyfriend actually hosts these events not every Friday.
Did you say boyfriend?
Yes. My man.
Yo, man. Okay.
Anyways, he does these events, right? And there was a DJ that they had, and this bro came in and he was playing a song and he was mixing, and I was like, this sound can rap. And I was like,
But you can.
oh shit, that's my song that he's mixing. Like he was mixing it like, you know, it's not the original beat. And I was like, oh, that's me, yo.
That must be so
I
wild.
was just
Crazy.
like, oh my god. Like when it comes to things like those, like I'm not iffy. I'm just like, I'm just flattered.
You can appreciate
And
it.
yeah, I'm so appreciative that you took the time, because I know for a fact that bro didn't ask me for the DJ pack. So where the hell did he go and
You went
find
all the
everything?
way.
So he went through all of that just to. There's a DJ Zandy, I'm gonna say his name. He sent a DJ pack of a song that I recently dropped to over 100 DJs, right?
Okay.
He never had the DJ pack. I didn't even have a DJ
How do you get the
pack.
songs?
Shit, I don't know. I think he AI'd the fuck out of the song.
Yeah,
to be
probably,
honest.
yeah.
With AI, you can do anything these days. I think that's what he did.
You really
He
think
made
so?
the DJ pack, so he was able to get a clean version. He had the instrumental. He had the vocals on his own. And he took the song and he emailed it to over 100 DJs.
That's crazy.
And I was just like,
Jumping.
I was losing my mind. Like I should have been mad, because I was like, I don't know what your version sound like. It's the way I need it to sound like. I was like, you know what,
Yeah.
fuck,
You can still
man,
appreciate it,
the
yeah.
effort, the everything. Like,
But how do you feel
kudos.
about like the fact that there's that whole AI thing going on where people can literally recreate your music to the bone? Like,
I think that's fucking crazy, because it's taken away from so many artists and creators. Like, people can get the AI version and upload the AI version, and then the actual artist is not getting paid for their work
I think it's a mix.
from streams. It's like, it's so crazy. And also it's like, I don't want to say 50-50, more like 90-10%, because to some extent, like, it is a good thing to have the AI aspect, because it's such a helping hand for like a lot of things.
Yeah, there's pros to it.
You know what I'm saying?
But
You can
Depending
even-
on how you look at it.
yeah, you can even go on Canva and like type out on the AI thing, say, I will need a proposal for so and so and so. You're not even really doing the work anymore, but you're still getting paid for that work. And it's like,
If it ain't about the money.
like, I hate it
If it
so
ain't about
much
the money.
from an artist point of view, because
It's
There's-
frustrating.
You know, so frustrating. Like, we're already fighting for streams. Like,
But we can see you fighting.
You
though.
are fighting. We see you, a whole soldier out here.
I want to know you're keeping hip hop alive, my friend.
You really are.
thank you. That means so much to me.
I want to talk about your song "Running It Back" with Nadia.
with
You dropped
Nadia.
it recently.
Yeah.
Recently, no?
It was, I think, in December.
Couple
Like
months
7
ago.
months
Yeah,
ago.
like December-ish.
But
Yeah.
but it's hard. I like the video for it.
Thank you.
How
my
was it
girl,
working with her?
Sutra. It was dope. I mean, the way the song came about, like, we weren't even in the same studio session. So I had done the song like maybe four years ago. And it was with Playground. They are producer collective. And I knew I had to go to studio that day. So I'm sorry, to a show. So I was in studio and I was like, he played a beat. And I was like, okay, I need to do something really quick because I need to bounce.
Gotcha.
So I did some melodic shit and he was like, no, like, I want rapper Sauwcy, you know, give me a hard Sauwcy. I was like, okay, say less.
I got this.
You know, and that was so easy. So we
dope.
did the hook and like the little bridgy thing and then left it. And we just could never fucking find the time to finish the song. And then I see Nadia at the Universal camp, writing camp. At that point, we had already known each other, you know,
Okay.
fucking with each other. And she was like, yeah, I jumped on this song. I was like, I'm so happy, but I don't know what the fuck song
No,
she's
it's
talking
not.
about because, you know, it's been so long.
Yeah.
And then she was like, the one you did with Playground. I was like, oh my God, that song. Like, you finished that song.
So she
was like,
knew. She was
yeah.
ready.
She was just like, it was so dope, you know, like I had to jump on it. And
Fellow
yeah,
female rapper, man.
you know what I'm saying? And then I think maybe like a year later, which was now last year, she was like, yo, we're dropping a song, shooting the video, let's go. I was like,
Shout out Nadia.
Shout out Nadia. That was just organic. That's so nice.
yeah.
Honestly.
But you've worked with a lot of artists. Tell me about your experience working with Money. You've known her for a while, man.
Money is
Shout
my
out Money.
bitch. Like, that's like my bestest friend, like one of my bestest friends. Like, we started off, like, when I met her, I had just moved to, well, I was living in the West at the time, but then,
Where's gang?
Whiskey.
you know what I'm saying? Like my parents separated, and then my mom went back to Durban for some time, and then my dad moved to Florida. And then she also had moved into that apartment building at some time. And we were following each other for a long while. And then she took a picture in the lift. And I was like, no, man,
know
this
this
lift looks so
place.
familiar.
I know this place, yeah.
And I was like, do you live in so and so and so and so? She's like, yeah, I'm on this floor. I was like, bitch.
I'm downstairs.
Yeah, she's literally downstairs. Because she was upstairs in the corner apartment. And I was like, what? Just to find out that like a year ago she was living next door me before they moved to the upstairs apartment. And yeah, like we discovered ourselves together and then even figured out, oh shit, we actually want to do music. And then that's how we started. We started off together as a group. Like, and we were called Tuza Party, guys.
Yeah, I remember that because I had seen you guys on the socials because I'm from the same side.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I knew about y'all, and you guys have really been making music for such a long time. I know y'all made a song with To Me.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
R.I.P.
To
To Me.
Rest in
That's
peace, my brother.
Hi, legend.
yeah, no, that's a really good song. I have to say. You know, shout out to y'all.
You were working with Vegas also on that track with
Yeah.
Money and
Yes. What song was it?
What's it called?
Was it called Cook Up? With
is it No Price?
No Price? No,
Is-
not No Price.
Yes.
Isn't it?
There was a song that I did with Vegas, Do Me, Must Be Dubs. I think, who else was on it? Money
yeah,
was
must be
also
tough.
there.
Yeah, Money also.
Mm.
Yeah, that was the only one that we were all on. That's when we were like heavy in our collab bag. You know, we were
Yeah.
just collabing with everybody.
But there's another song with Vegas in the video. I thought that was so cool. How you use Vegas as the main. We love Vegas. Shout out Vegas. Shout out Vegas. That's for real. I just love your visuals. I love going like
Thank you
going
so
through
much.
your
I think
new
the video
music.
you're talking about is Low B.
Yeah.
It was that one. So we never got to shoot a video for the original song, which was myself, Money, and Vegas. And then we did the remix with Blackie.
With Blackie, yeah.
And then we shot the video to that. And we were like, Vegas.
It came out
Pull up.
clean.
It came out so
Pull
clean.
up.
The visuals are.
Did you fuck up a punk today?
Yes. All the time. Like, don't try me because I'm probably gonna fuck you up. Like, I don't play that.
Tell me about your song Bangladesh.
Yes, please do.
So, Bangladesh is, so I was like going through a process. I was like, I really want to do something dope, and I really want to, because I always have this thing, like when I go out and like people see me perform, or like, people just grab me, they're like, are you Indian or are you colored? And
Relatable.
Female.
Relatable. Yeah.
Okay, since you really want to know, yes, I am Indian. Okay, but why do you sound like that? Because of where I grew up and my surrounding, my environment. That's why I speak the way I speak, right? So I was just like, I really want to do something that speaks to my culture, and it's been a very important part of my life for a long time, because like my family is like, they're like Indian. They
Nothing
like,
wrong with it.
nothing wrong with it.
But
it's
who you
like,
are.
And I was just like, I really wanna like pay tribute to that, right? And I was like,
And be true to yourself, of course.
So, and I really felt like now's the time to like catch my people. Like people know me, and I want to get the attention of my people, because damn, who wouldn't love
And
support
you delivered.
from?
You really delivered.
So the whole process of it, I was like, oh my god, what's one song that like everybody knows, not just Indian people? And I thought of that sample, and I was like, oh my god, I absolutely have to do it. And then Jules,
It's jiggy though.
you know what I'm saying?
It's too jiggy.
Like,
It's too jiggy.
I thought, because I was like, how do I make it new? Because everybody was like, you have to do the same beat. I was like, no, like I'm gonna make it saucy, like the way I would do things, and like I need to find a way for it to be jiggy, but also for me to be able to deliver them like my best. Like I want to be able to rap, because that's me
Who
at
shot
my
that?
best.
Who shot that video? Because
So that
it's so
was
clean.
That was a
With portraits. Huh?
yeah, it was a
Yeah.
performance video with Portraits Africa, and like they hit me up with the concept. I was like, okay, this is dope, but I definitely never expected it to turn out the way
That
it
it
turned
did.
out. Because shooting it and stuff, I was like, okay, this is this is effort. This is looking good. But when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, like they got it,
got it.
like
Genius.
fully. I was like,
Oh man, too
kill
clean.
it. Yeah.
Too clean.
I just want to give a shout out to Arleaf one time.
Shout out Ardleaf.
If we're a bit slow, it's because of you guys.
Is that not the truth?
I want to ask both you beautiful ladies, how do you guys feel about the challenges we face? Because this is just so male dominated. I want to ask, is it difficult being a female artist in the game? Trying to make it.
Fully. I mean,
Do you struggle?
That's such a 30 mark answer. I mean question. By the
Yeah.
way, that's really a 30 mark question. And I think we're both like, we
because
don't
we
know
go
how many
on,
marks you want to answer for right now.
No, you'll get full
Like,
marks.
on
If
and
this
on
is
and
deductive
on about
marking here, or it's like
No, there's no wrong or right answer.
I mean, like for me, like my personal experience, it's been difficult. Like, I mean, I really had to go out and like prove myself. Firstly, not because I'm a female. Secondly, because I am an Indian woman in a rap space, which is not something you see in South Africa. Like, and also the type of rap I make. Like, I'm hard. Like, I'm cussing
Facts.
every second sentence, and that's just because that's who I am. Like, I'm not trying to be anything that I'm not. So I'm gonna deliver what I feel is dope to me,
For real.
and that's just me. So I was like, guys, like I came up in like fucking like trap houses. Like I would go to a party, nah, I say, here's my phone, please give me the aux, and please ask the MC to give me the mic. Like,
Crazy.
Let me make a vibe.
There's no backing. There's nothing recorded on that thing. At that point, I've never recorded a song before in my life. So, because people were just like, "Oh, can't be like you don't rap." Like, I don't think so. And
But you've been about this.
But you more than a pretty face.
You really are.
Like, it took so much, because at that time I was also like, I started off my career in the entertainment industry being a video vixen, right? Then from there I was working in a club, and that's how like I knew so many people, so many prominent people, and they would still be like, "Are you sure you rap? Like, are you sure?"
I will punch you in the throat.
Like, I literally had
Denying
to, like, at events, like, I'm rapping to people. Like,
For real?
I'm, like, in your ear rapping. Just for them to come and say, "Okay, shit, you actually can fucking rap. You know what? I'm gonna buy you a bottle because you can actually rap." You know, like, that's, like... And to me, it was just, like, I didn't feel undermined, even though that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
But I was just like, you know what? I know the fuck I am the fuck good. So this is not
Type shit.
I'm not feeling no undermining nothing. I'm gonna prove to you because I know I can do it.
Y'all better
Not
put some
because-
respect
On her name.
on her name
Some
for
respect
real.
on her name.
Earlier this year, you performed at Cotton Fest. How was
Yeah,
that?
how was
Bunker
that?
stage.
Cotton Fest is so dope, guys. I feel like I've been waiting for that call for so long.
I wish we got to see it, man.
know,
Honestly, got to see you there.
I was just like fighting for my life because obviously when Ricky was alive, R.I.P. Ricky, you know,
We never die, we multiply.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been always in contact since the club, because he knew myself and Money from the club. And like that's
club.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I rap that shit so hard because they really are, they want to keep us in that space. They feel like, okay, that's all you are. You're just a pretty girl, you know. And I'm just like I rip where I come from and what I did and the shit I did to get to this point, because like it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard for a female. Like, back to Cotton Fest. You know, like, it was difficult and I really waited for it for so long, and then, you know, he passed and like we never got to have that conversation, and it was just like, you know what, I'm gonna let the work speak for itself, because that's usually how you get onto a Cotton Fest lineup in the first place. So I just worked and worked and worked and worked, and then this year I was like, fuck, am I gonna make that lineup? And then I think like a month before, I get a call from Temba, and he's like, "Yo, so I just need to know, like, are you possibly free?" I'm like, "Oh, what am I free for?" He's like, "Do you want to do Cotton Fest?" I'm like, "What do you mean? Oh
my word.
Yes,
Of course.
like, let's go."
That's
So
crazy.
yeah, that was
Graduated.
you know, I graduated fucking finally.
Congratulations.
You know, Sauwcy graced the fucking stage. You know, I was like probably the first Indian female like to do
Probably,
that
actually.
shit. And like, I, you know, I never think of race. Like, I never want,
milestone.
You know, I never want to like box myself into like, you know, just
A category.
about my race.
Yeah.
But it's also something that's so like something that we should be proud of.
Yeah,
you
you should.
know,
It's worthy
and I don't
of.
want to say for like colored girls. I mean, sorry, Indian girls. Like, it's for me, it's a people of color. Like, I wanna
Brown
you
girls.
You're
know,
rapping on a
you
few
know,
levels. You're rapping on a
I
whole
think you
bunch
never
of levels.
you never really want to think about it, but there's a lot of times where you'll be in spaces where you'll feel it. You don't think about it, but you'll feel it. Like, you know, we've been this week alone. We went to an event, and you could feel. I'm like, oh, this place. In the more exclusive part where it was for media and where like the real big things were happening, I'm like, oh, there's really a lack of color in the space right now. And I'm like, I don't want to be that guy to point it out, but I'm like, why is it downstairs where it's grooving and there's sections and there's bottles and stuff, it's very colorful, but upstairs where it's more private and then the money talks are happening, there seems to be a lot less color. So I get what you're saying, like, you don't want to think about it, but it will be felt.
yeah, sometimes you really are forced to like,
Notice.
no.
Now we want all the colors. Understand? We're just gonna take a quick ad break. We'll be back just now.
Let's go. Can't stop, won't stop, gotta keep going, going. What's my cup? Sippin' on money, she call me flow. I'm kinda best, bitch, I been on the road. These niggas can't get like me. No, these niggas think I'm gon' fight at me. Pull up to the top, yeah, I'm ready to shoot up. Pull up whole gang, I'm with the troops up. Told that bitch, make that shit loose. I got rid on my shoes. Told them don't play with me, no, I don't lose.
Hey, what's good? I hope you guys didn't miss us too much. I hope you guys are good and settled. I have Nabila with me. Shout out Nabila, thank you.
Nabila. Thanks for joining us.
She's a very special guest. I wanna ask about your agency, about Creative Link. How is that going?
Okay. Shout out to Creative Link, guys.
That's your baby.
It's a link up, right?
It's a link up.
Creative Link, indeed.
Okay, so Creative Link really started because of collaboration, the power of collaboration.
Yeah.
You know, it started with like friends wanting to, a bunch of creatives that's like, okay, I can do makeup, I can do photography, you know, I know a lot of influencers. And I felt like as an influencer and a content creator, there was, you know, that person that's missing to say like, give me direction, you know, from an influencer perspective, because the people that are really making it up top, they don't really drop the nuggets, you know. They don't actually really help you in terms of getting where you need to be, like getting the bag, basically.
Getting the sauce.
So I was like, you know what, I'm tired of gatekeeping shit, like I'm tired of people gatekeeping, you know. So I was like, fuck, let's do this, you know. My best friend from primary school, shout out to Assad, Sadi. So he's a creative makeup artist. There's nothing that he can't do. He's like, let's do this. It was a 2-man show, just me and him doing makeup and hitting up influencers to say, look, we see you trying in the game, but we need to, you know, it starts with content that's quality, right? Brands are only going to notice you because your content is quality. And they're going to just scroll past your page if it's not. You know, that's just how it is. And then we started editorial makeup and the photography. And it literally started with 2 people, 2 influencers and us.
Grown so much.
You know, and it was a collaborative effect. Like, look, we're gonna do this for free for you because we genuinely want to walk the journey with you. We don't want payments right now because we're trying to build a brand. And if you're trying to build a brand, you're not gonna do quick stuff, you know. Now I'm gonna charge you a lesser amount or whatever the case may be. So it started from that collaboration, you know, and then I met Sauwcy at an influencer event a year ago. Just imagine. It's a year. Like on Women's Day, it's a year. Like the 9th. That's like our anniversary vibes, right? So we were at a Brutal Fruit event in Greenside, and I was like, wait, man, like I know this chick, but she's wearing her glasses and she's looking all like a nerdy baddie, and I just know her because of like the baddie side. I don't know the cute baddie side, you know. Like, wait, man, I'm sitting there. We didn't even talk to each other. I looked at her. I was like, girl, don't I follow you? I'm like, type in your handle. Yes, I follow this hun. I'm like, okay. And that's when we started vibing, you know. So it was a friendship first before anything else. So that is why my main brand when it comes to Creative Link, it's a link up, a friendship, and then collaboration and business comes afterwards, because you need to know who you're in business with. You need to get to know the person first, right?
No shady business.
No shady shit. We don't want no shady shit. So like, okay, vibes, you know. Sauwcy's a vibe. I love her brand, you know, that baddie shit vibe. I love it. And
how'd you meet Lav?
Hey?
How'd you meet Lav?
We get into it.
Okay, sorry, I'm tapping.
Getting there, right? So anyway, time went on, and like I went about my business. I was like, then I hit up Sauwcy. I was like, look, Sauwcy, like I really want to show you what we can do with your content. We want to take it to a next level. She's like, come through. You know, she always hosts at drama, so she invited the gang. We had photographers up in the club, whole VIP section, you know.
The level.
And the levels. It was so wild, Shay.
Let me talk.
Sorry.
People were like, what the hell is going on? Like, this is not the usual photographers. And like, there's lights, there's people like, what's going on? And usually like when I'm at drama, like my section is like, you know, popping, because it's just like so many people that are just there to have fun. Like it's not about even just popping bottles, you know. It's just like have so much fun. And it was just, I was going out that night and we were late. They were like, we almost gave your table away. I was like, look at my crowd, you're not giving no fucking table away.
Standing on business.
Yo, we had fun.
Yeah, so that was basically our proof to say, look, we all about quality content, right? And we did that shit. She loved it, things like that. Then Sauwcy hit me up and said, look, I'm on Cotton Fest. We're doing Cotton Fest. Let's pull up. And, we just pulled up. We supported Sauwcy. We were there for the vibes. And then after that, Sauwcy hit me up. Do you want to talk about that part?
Shout out Sauwcy.
So I hit her up and I was like, you know what? In between, like, our relationship that we had, right, which was friendship at that point, she was just doing, like, small things that other people, I'd have to, like, beg them for. Simple things like, sending me stuff like, possible opportunities, just
looking out for you.
Like, really looking out for me. So I was just like, you know what, I don't know if management is what she's working towards, because she had told me about Creative Link and what she's working towards, but we never really got to a management point. So I was like, let me call her. Let me see.
At that point, you needed management.
Management. So I was like, let me call her. Let's see if she's on the same vibration. And she was like, you know what, like, I'm down, I got you, let's do this shit. So yeah, that's we are here in now, and hello, hi.
Hi, hello. Yeah. And so, like, I'm not really I wasn't really confident in the management role, because my main aim as building Creative Link, it was all about creatives, quality content, and just helping creatives reach another level in the industry when it comes to brands and everything else. So when Sauwcy hit me up, I'm like, girl, are you sure? Yeah. She's like, girl, I want you to manage me. Like, I see what you're doing outside. I see what you're doing. And I'm like, Sauwcy, at what point did you decide this? She's like, at Cotton Fest, when I got off the stage and my heels and my everything was burning, because I was there with Crocs as a brand. Shout out to Crocs.
I have a.
So then I gave her a pair of Crocs, and like, she rested her feet, and she's like, girl, it was that moment when you handed me those Crocs, then I knew, okay, shit is real.
Apart from the Crocs, nah, like, we at a whole event, this honey is scrolling through her page. She's like, well, not her page, but like, scrolling on her phone, like, listen, I think we should do this, I think we should, this, that. I was like, girl,
I love it when
the
girls
vision.
go.
Like, I see the vision. It was just a match made in heaven.
I see. Like, okay.
No, that's
because,
wonderful.
like I said, small things that I would have to beg from other people. She was doing it without even, we were just friends at that point, doing a little work things here and there. But, it was never like, okay, that's what we, that's how it's gonna go.
But it was meant to go that way.
Exactly.
For real.
And shout out for taking that role for Sauwcy. Shout out.
Thank you.
But I want to
so
know
much.
more about your relationship with
Okay, let's move on to the sexy of hand over here. I don't know. It's like, should we keep this business though? Should
yes,
we?
please.
Just kidding, guys. All right.
Everything for real.
Like, honestly, I just thought, like, before I even knew Love, like, whenever Neo used to post, I know Neo for some time, but we never actually linked up. Neo is Pure's official manager, so he manages her bookings and everything else. So he always wanted me to come out and come and support and stuff. And at that time, I was an indoor girly. I didn't know the streets. The streets didn't know my name.
She's laughing.
And, when the influencer thing started happening, I went more out. So I always looked at her on the fly and I was like, shit, this is a really hot Indian hun. Damn, So then, anyway... I went to a suits and sneakers event at the Sky Hotel, and that's when I see Neo in a really, really long time. I was like, yo, Neo, it's been a while. And I noticed her there, but I didn't want to really go up to her. And I went to Neo first. I was like, who's that? He's like, no, this is my artist. I manage her, what. I'm like, okay, introduce me. So then he introduced me, and I was like, okay, she's hella fire, you know. There's no, what do they call this? You know, when an Instagram hand doesn't look like the Instagram hand in person.
No catfish. No catfish.
There was no catfishing involved, you know. And I was like, okay, girl. So I know that Sauwcy like spoke to me about her culture and how she wants to bring that out. She wants to make that a point where, you know,
A selling point.
a selling point, but also like, you know, the brown girl is like, she wants to, I don't know, how can you say, like, you know, she wants to highlight the fact that we're here, we're doing things, we're doing great things, you know. And that's when I seen the opportunity. I was like, look, this is going to be a dope collab. Like, I need you guys to meet, you know, you guys need to jump on board. And that's where Love decided to jump on board with Creative Link, and we did a whole link up together. You know, they've already, like, the projects that are coming up. I don't know, you guys asked the questions, so I'll just but yeah, that's how I met Pure Love.
That was a good segue though, but
Shame. There was literally just love coming from her side, you know, her energy, you know, all of that. And I was like, look, let's build a team, let's link up, let's work, you know. So yeah, that's how we came about.
Okay, so speaking of projects, right? What are we to expect from you guys? Are you guys planning on collabing? Or what are we to expect?
Sauwcy and I, because we're in very different genres, you know, I don't know, maybe we'll figure out hip-hop, Afro-tech one day.
One day.
But for now, we're starting a podcast. Yeah, I think it's going to be really fun. We're going to be the main hosts. It's going to be a little bit musically inclined. You know, talk a lot about the industry, have other industry people come on, a lot of artists as well. And I don't know, should we tell them the name? We're still.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we'll keep that.
Mooring us.
It'd be like
because
that.
like all the good shit is taken. Like damn, I wish I thought of type shit.
All the best
You
though.
know,
All the
I was
best
thinking the
though.
exact same thing. Yeah,
when she sent us the stuff, I was like, damn.
Yeah, because we had a name, and then I like did some research, and I'm like looking at it, I'm looking at the socials and the ads, and then I'm like, oh, this is already taken. So maybe not.
Nah, but
yeah, that's
All the
pretty
best,
much.
y'all.
Thank you so much. That's
All
what
the
it's gonna be
best.
about, and I think it's gonna be dope from having two artists as the host. You'll get to see a different perspective, and you will have different conversations. Especially like it's gonna be so dope with Love because I mean we both women of color, and then to be even more specific, Indian. And it's like we never really have those conversations publicly in a creative space of what that entails. So I'm so excited
And
to have.
nor do we really see a lot of representation of Indian women outside of talk shows in the news. Like the most famous like Indian entertainment person is, who's that lady from Carte Blanche? You know what I mean? That is the most influential Indian woman in television. Think about it. And then aside from that auntie, who I'm so scared of, by the way, I never want to get in trouble because Carte Blanche and I take it
see that lady pull up like I know I did
I know I did something wrong. It's about to go down.
Yeah.
But literally, aside from her, who is really that prominent in entertainment in terms of Indian women specifically? They really, and I don't know if it's the lack of or just the lack of representation. So I think for us, it's like, we were talking about this earlier, we're trying to think like who are the other Indian women in the industry. And you know, if you guys want to exist, and come through, man, come, we need you guys. Brown girls, like what's going on?
I think we need all girls, to be honest.
True.
We need all girls, because that's even what this podcast is about, is
Oh, no,
just
definitely,
ladies.
definitely.
So we all know that we don't need men. Type.
True.
But we're gonna play a game
Let's
next
get it.
up. Let's get it. Can you please pass me that box? It's a little far.
Before we move on to the game, real quick, right? Because of this collaboration that happened, right, and they decided to do the whole podcast to basically find each other in the middle, right? We also launching a brand, entertainment, music, and fashion, because it needs to be
we were gonna go
centered.
into new work after the
Okay.
game.
Sorry, I'm so excited.
Nabila is too excited.
Let it flow. Let it flow.
Nabila's
So
like,
we're
guys,
gonna-
let me tell you.
Let me tell
One
you
thing about
guys.
two things. I love
Okay.
it for you, Nabila.
So, we're gonna play a game, right? I'm gonna shake this up a little bit, and you guys are going to pick out a paper and answer the question. Read out the question to everyone, and then give us your,
Your opinion
answer.
on
so
it.
Your
like truth and dare without the liquor.
Yeah, like your
But
opinion.
all of
on
us
it.
have to answer the question.
All of us have
Okay.
to.
Okay.
All of us.
Nice.
Okay. So, who would like to start?
I'm so stressed. I don't know why.
Let's start that.
And I'm the one.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, now it's also unprepared reading. Okay. What's the worst thing you've done to get out of trouble? Oh, guys.
Angas.
Come on.
I told a police officer I would go to a wedding with him. Yeah.
Did you?
No, I gave him a fake number. Then I switched my phone off. But I saw the blue lights. I said phone off immediately because, yeah, I've used that one. I've used that one a couple times and
Yeah.
it works.
It
yeah,
works.
give a number, promise a
Noted.
date.
Noted. Noted.
Yeah.
What have you
so-
done? The worst thing you've done to get out of trouble? Is
Since it's type shit, there's no PG, right?
No, there's no PG at all.
None of that.
There's a lot.
Where's my
guys,
sword?
Get out of trouble, not like
Just get out of trouble.
All right, so you know what the COVID period, the COVID period happened, right? And the COVID testing was going on and all of that. So my day job, like they usually pay for the COVID test, right, to make sure that you're okay to come to the office. So like obviously I didn't have COVID or whatever the case may be. But then when I had to make the payment, I really needed the cash, guys. I didn't go for that. Like, bro, like I didn't have anything. Like it was bad. So like the payment for the COVID test, it had to go in the bag. So, yeah.
Mila, do you still work at this place?
Oh.
Luckily not. Luckily
Okay,
not.
just to check because I think that's a crime.
HR. Yeah, HR.
I think HR might just.
Lose it. Okay, mine's pretty similar to Love's actually. So we was my friends and I, know a couple bad bitches, and we were doing bad bitch shit, right? So we were like club hopping that night, and we were driving. So we were all fucked in simple terms, like we were all done. Anyways, lo and behold, traffic cops. There's a roadblock. So this lady, like, she looks at us. She doesn't even ask for a license. She don't want to do the breathalyzer. She didn't know them. She knows.
She knows the
She
truth.
knows already. So
She
she
knows
like,
the truth.
what must happen? We also like,
What
must
must
happen? So she's like, no, make a payment. Do something. So we're like, hey, we don't have cash.
Corruption.
We don't got cash.
What I'm hearing is corruption.
Corruption.
Why we acting as it's not a real
It's so
thing.
bad.
It's the reality.
No, like in this country, like it's so bad. So bad.
But
like
yeah.
you even know, like you've never had an encounter with a cop before, but you know
No.
there's some wrong shit.
You know very well. It's just
Anyways,
crazy.
Like it's crazy. Anyways, so she's like, no, pay something. We're like, we don't got cash. She's like, I have a bank account. So we're like, okay, shit, fuck.
I have a bank account.
What
Such
are we
a
bank
cheeky
account?
answer.
Hey, for real.
What
We
are
don't have a
we
bank
about? And in our minds, we're thinking like, you asking us for a
Audacity.
bribe,
Yeah.
and you're still saying. But anyways, I'm like, I'm not paying this. I need fuck all. Anyways, we're like, what we gonna do?
You skirt off.
No. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna cash send you. Nah. I don't need your number, nothing. I just need to send the money, then you get a code and I'll give you the PIN. So I knew that I had a screenshot of a cash send from maybe like the day before, and it was probably like 500 or something. So I just said, okay, lady, I sent the shit. Does it a code? Does it a pun? Just go to a Capitec and you'll be fine. She was like, thank you, and we scored the phone. That was
ingenuity.
My worst thing that I've done to get in trouble, I think, is I faked a drug test. I like asked my sister to pee for me in a condom, and then I like wrapped it and put it in my panties.
Yeah.
Very respectfully. And then I kept it warm. And then when they were testing me at school, I took it out and then I faked it.
Yeah.
And keeping it on you is wild.
Yeah, no,
Keeping it,
I
you
never knew
couldn't
it.
put it in a little something, I don't know.
You know, standard. You have to finesse every time. That's what I have to say. Like, you know, when you've just gotten in trouble a few times and you always finesse it.
You'll just
think
quick.
I just finesse it. But let's do another one.
Wait, you didn't answer?
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
I've got in trouble a few times, hey.
Like, take a blue one.
Nothing you've said is unfamiliar. Nothing you've said, faking a note, you've done it all. For real.
Pretty privileged at its finest.
Would you guys rather freeze to death or be burned to death?
Burn, it's faster. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's faster. If I'm gonna die, like, just kill me. Stop wasting my time.
Why don't you shoot me?
It's not the questions paper thing.
No, I also would rather burn. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like 2 minutes, you're done. It's fine. It's quicker than noodles.
It's quicker than
You can do that.
Yeah, no, for me, it's burning as well. Like, be some hot things up in here. So
burn.
let it burn.
Yeah.
Let it burn.
Asha, let it burn. Yeah, no, I ain't gonna freeze. I don't like the cold, even though I'm a
Like sage
winter
in my
baby,
house,
but let it burn.
Yeah, same. Burn me.
Period.
Because like you watch so many movies of like Bruce stuck in the snow on mountains and
Yeah.
and then
like
you
hypothermia
waiting
takes
to
a
die.
while.
Like my toes are falling off. Like hell
Also,
no.
then you know what? Also, your body is gonna fight you because with hypothermia, before you actually die, your body like goes into this extreme thing where it uses all of its energy to heat you. And then now I'm just really hot and I think I'm gonna be okay. And then I die. Man, don't play with me like that.
No.
But for real,
pure
Don't play with me
Shoot
like
me.
that.
No, exactly.
Would you be burnt alive?
I'd rather be burned, bro. I don't want to freeze. I don't like getting cold. You see me when I get cold. You see me when I
Wait,
get
do you
cold.
want to freeze? You look so shocked at the answers. Do you want to freeze?
The auntie was dead already. James
Just burn me. Get it done and over with. Get it done and over with.
Freeze?
They can like put me in a freezer and then have me later.
You later. Okay, wait. By that logic, it's better burn.
Next question.
What smoked meats?
We're not going to elaborate on that one.
Okay. What's the most adventurous thing you've ever done?
I don't know.
Love must go.
Yeah, I think go into music. Yeah. Yo, it's an adventure, guys. It's an adventure.
I want to say
very good.
Mjolo, yo.
No, that's a punishment. That's not an adventure. That's in the South African market. You're punishing yourself. Yo, that's not an adventure. Adventure's supposed to be fun now and then.
For real. Enjoyable. No enjoyment.
There's no such thing in Mjolo.
I know, yo.
Hey, what happened? Tell us the tea.
Tell
Who's
us.
breaking on? Must we go beat them up?
No, the most adventurous thing.
Njolo.
We're asking the wrong questions.
Honestly, I've did a lot of crazy shit this year, but the most adventurous was starting Creative Link. Like, that shit was wild. Like, I still can't believe that it's done, it's there, we are here right now. You know, I was crying, and then I was happy, and then it was a roller coaster, and then I don't know what's happening. It's just like too much.
Yeah.
But you know, it's the journey. So yeah. Other adventures, hey, let's not talk about it.
So mine, I've had a lot of adventures, like a lot. But the one that stands out the most, it's probably not even an adventure, but in my mind it was an adventure. So I did DMT. And it was the greatest experience of my fucking life. Like, we were in Cape Town and just like, okay, let's go. My manager at that time, just like 2-3 years ago, we all went. And we were like, okay, let's go and do this thing. Damn, we sat in a shaman's house, like shaman? Like a shaman, like this white shaman that used to be in the army, and then that's why he lumps. But now he's not in the army anymore.
Type shit, bro. What?
Wait, so army immediately lump? What?
Yeah, and now he lumps, and then he went and he found like psychedelics, and then figured out that it's not really psychedelics. Like this is real shit.
That's
and then
mad.
I mean, if you know, do you know what DMT is? You okay? Perfect. I don't have to go through the explanation. Yes.
Yeah, I also don't know.
What?
Yeah.
I feel like every human in their life needs to have a DMT.
What is it, like a mushroom? What?
No. So if you're trying to do psychedelics, like DMT is like the highest of the highest.
What? Like okay.
It's like a 10 to 15 minute trip. Like it comes from
long?
It's like
Let's drug us.
yeah, like it's like resin from like a fucking frog.
And you ate it?
You smoke it.
Type.
Yeah.
But you know what's not type?
Hey.
The fact that we're gonna take the early break right now. I wanted to say break, but we can't take an early break right now. 2 minutes flat.
Let's go. Can't stop, won't stop, gotta keep going. What's my cup? Sippin' on money, she got me flown. I'm kinda mad, but I've been on the road. These niggas can't get like me. Know these niggas think I'm gon' fight at me. Pull up drug top, yeah, I'm really shoot up. Pull up whole gang, I'm with the troops up. Told that bitch, make that shit loose. I got rid on my shoes. Told them don't play with me, know I don't lose.
Ayo, it's Gucci, guys. We're back from the air break. I know you guys must me. We have one more question. One more question from the magic box. And it's a spicy one.
Okay, Sauwcy. And we got 2 spices here. Hey. The whole biryani mix.
Is there an ex you would go back to?
No. Answer too quickly.
Hell nah. No.
You?
Fucking no.
Say for the record.
For the looks, yeah.
What you mean for the look?
For the looks.
I'm saying would you go back to him, accept him as your man. That's your man, you gonna stick beside him.
Hey, for the treatment, nah, but for the looks, maybe. Just for some
the
pictures,
looks, okay. They're exes for a reason. Like they're exes for a reason.
We don't go back to that.
I've only ever dated 2 people. Everyone else was homework stress. So
According to all my friends, I've been single my whole life. I don't know what y'all on. True. No, I'm just joking. That was fun. Thank you guys for playing the game with me.
Thank you, man. That was some interesting questions.
It was fun, Shane.
Putting us on the spot like that.
No, we want to know the real you. Want to know the real you.
Me or them?
All of it. I want to know if you guys want to talk about any upcoming new projects, new work that you guys are excited that we could look forward to.
Go, Nabila.
Very soon.
Nabila's been ready for this.
Hey, yebba. Okay. Yeah, so I'm really excited because it's a whole collaboration going on. We're trying to curate an event, the Link Up, right? It's called Drip and Sip. This is an event where we because we don't want to leave the influencers, artists, and creatives out, right? We know the groovist is the groovist. There's a separate, and if you are creative, you just go there for the vibes. Yeah. But now it's a clash, right? We want to merge creatives and influencers and the groovist all in one, because we know the groovist. You guys always bring the vibes, guys.
Exactly.
Like there's no we're not even gonna question it. You guys bring the vibes.
What's a groovist? Like some of them just parties.
Yeah.
They
like to be out.
like
And the group is someone that there's always an after party somewhere. That's a groovers. They like to be out.
They always bring in the vibes, the music, that energy, you know. Because a typical influencer event is basically formal, uptight. So we want to just
ease it out.
Make
it a vibe.
So Drip and Sip, guys, is coming up. We will drop the details soon.
Super soon.
So we want it to be focused around fashion, music, creatives, and just good vibes, right? So there'll be like a red carpet moment. We want every single guest to feel like a VIP, you know. Influencers get really great treatment when they go out, you know. I've experienced that, and I just want to give that to everybody. We want, it's basically an experience, you know. When you link up with us, there's always going to be an experience. We want you to look forward to it, you know.
Yes.
So that's what's coming up, guys, and we're gonna make it like a every month thing, you know. So yeah,
we have a date
so
for
that's
that, right?
To look forward
Date
to,
is confirmed.
honestly.
We do have a date for that, no?
Do you?
management is looking at each other.
You know what? Because we wanna include the whole South Africa. You know, public holidays. South Africa loves public holidays. I mean, we're the country with the most public holidays. So we wanna drop it on a public holiday, guys. So if you know the next public holiday coming up, we're gonna drop the details. The flyers will be out soon. So either Creative Link or any of our pages, it will be there.
For sure. Shout out Creative Link.
Shout out
Shout
to you.
Shout out Love. And shout out Sauwcy.
Shout out Love.
My ladies, the real MVPs. Oh, thank you so much for coming through.
Honestly,
Thank you for having us.
I
You
feel
guys
like-
are amazing.
No,
You guys are amazing. Honestly, everything you're pushing, please
I
don't
stand
stop.
on it.
We
Thank
stand on
you.
it. Y'all stand on
And
it.
you guys will definitely be invited. You can hear Sauwcy perform. You can hear me
Live
play.
performance.
No, we
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
You'll be
You
on
should
our
see there's
VIP
proof in the
guest
pudding.
list.
type.
Proof in the
Type
pudding.
Thank you so much.
Shout out
Thank
to
you,
my
guys.
bestie for FZs.
Bestie.
And this has been Type Shit. Y'all better like, share, and subscribe. Slap.